everyone, this is the start of the quadratic functions and their graphs for SAT practice. This is it's considered easy. And there's the word problem. Like I said, you should read this, pause it, and try to answer it on your own, and then start up the video again to see if you got it right. So basically, they talk about Alan graphing this function. He finds the y-intercept. And so if you look at this and read if you read the problem, this stuff right here is just kind of excess. You really don't need to know this part right there. So, but now he wants to plot the x-intercept, so he rewrites the equation in a different form. So these two are in vertex form. So we don't want to choose those. That would give you the vertex and not necessarily the x-intercepts. So it's either this one or this one, and it's just a matter of factoring this correctly. So if you're having problems factoring, just FOIL it out. You notice this isn't right, so we need a -8 in the middle, and 6 minus 8 here. These two won't work. So the correct equation would be D. That's just factoring. And the next one, it says, sorry about the writing, but we have 2 points here. The first point is here, and the second point is here, and they want to know what the value of x1 plus x2. So let's let this be x1. x1 right here is -2. We don't really need to know y, but y would be 3. And the other point here, this would be 7, comma, -1. So we're just looking at the x's. And so we get -2 plus 7 equals 5. And this was a multiple choice. But anyway, so the answer is just 5. It's pretty easy. I forgot to put the multiple choice. Okay, the next one is we have a piecewise not functions, just we've got these 3 pieces of systems here, and you want to know how many solutions does it have. Well, since we have 3 pieces, the solution has to intersect. The point has to be on all 3 pieces. All of these right here are only 2. So these are only 2. The only one that's 3 is right here. So the answer is B. Right. This one says if x squared plus 8x equals, this is 24, and x is positive, what's the value of x plus 5? So basically we just have to find our x's first, and that's factoring again. So let's factor, this is 6, going to be 6 and that's 6. What's this going to be? 12 and 2. All right. So we're going to have one's negative, one's positive. So 12 is going to be positive. And the 2 is going to be negative. And do you want to double check your outer and inner? That will give you your positive 10x. So we have x equals 2 and x equals -2. Those are your 2 solutions. But it says x is positive, so we're not going to use that. So basically it's going to be 2 plus 5 equals 7. And this was a griddable. There wasn't a multiple choice on this. And the next one's not a multiple choice either. All right, so it says if -7 is a solution to this equation, what is the value of C? So basically I want to factor this. Put the y. And one of my solutions is -7. So that's minus a -7, which is plus 7. So if this is plus 7, and I have a negative 35 here. This has to be a negative 5. And to find C, you just do your outer and inner. So that's going to be 7y minus 5y is 2y. So C equals 2. Or you could FOIL out the whole thing, but they only want this middle term here. Okay? The next set we're going to do is medium, the difficulty level, so they're a little harder than this. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye-bye.